Good evening. Welcome to Chelsea Forum. My name is Duke Bradley, Director of Chelsea Cable TV. My technical director tonight is my best friend there, Ricky Velez. And we have special guests here tonight from CET. We got Inio and Terry, and Jose will be doing some interpretation. So we're going to start with, I just said CET. What's CET, for the people out there?
Para las personas en los hogares, ¿qué es el CET?
It's called Chelsea Enhancement Team. And we formed it in about 2007. A group of us got together, and used to be Chelsea, it used to be the Chelsea neighborhood developers back then, but we were members of that group, and together with a gentleman named Ben, helped us form our group.
So what did you do in the early years when you first started? What was the... I'm sorry.
Básicamente, Terry acaba de comentar que el grupo antes se llamaba el Equipo de Mejoramiento de Chelsea y comenzó con el apoyo de Chelsea Neighborhood Developers. Y ahora Duke quiere saber qué significa esto.
We did graffiti removal around the neighborhood. We did cleanups around the neighborhood. We had Earth Day, so we helped with the Earth Day cleanup also. Anything else?
I should mention Inio is a city councilor here in Chelsea. Does a great job on the board.
Okay.
Welcome to the show, Inio.
Thank you.
Antes de continuar, solo queremos reconocer que Ennio López es el concejal de la ciudad. Y Terry comentó que el grupo básicamente en el comienzo removían graffiti, hacían limpiezas y ayudaban en el día de limpieza de la tierra.
Good evening. My name is Ennio Lopez, member of Community Enhancement Team. We are a group of people from the neighborhood, and we got together in 2007. TND, that used to be Chelsea Neighborhood Developers, we were members there, and then we started with this group, Community Enhancement Team. And like Terry said, we used to do cleanups, graffiti, recycle bins, and we did a lot.
Yeah, how many members do you have roughly? I've been to one of your meetings. You have quite a few.
Duke acaba de preguntar cuántos miembros hay. Y el concejal Ennio comentó de que el grupo ha comenzado desde el 2007, es un grupo de residentes y que se enfoca en el reciclaje y en todas las cosas que mencionó Terry.
Yes, to answer your question, what do we do? So how many members we have? Yeah, we have probably about 20, 25 members. Not everybody comes to every meeting.
When do you meet, by the way? Once a month?
We meet every Wednesday of the month.
Okay. El grupo acaba de mencionar que hay alrededor de 20 personas en el grupo, no todos vienen cada vez, y el grupo se reúne cada tercer miércoles del mes.
Now, what kind of progress have you seen since 2000? Terry, you've been here since 2007?
Yeah.
What progress have you seen?
A lot of things were done with the neighborhoods, beautifying them. But I want to bring out what we mostly is proud of is the recycling program that we had started, and it was just a group of us. We had an idea to go door knocking in the neighborhood and educate the people about recycling.
Okay. El grupo ha mencionado que han visto muchos cambios en la comunidad, pero ellos están muy orgullosos acerca del programa de reciclaje que ellos ayudaron a comenzar. Ellos comenzaron a tocar puertas y a educar a las personas acerca de qué significa reciclar.
Back then, there wasn't that much recycling in the neighborhoods. We covered like 3 streets, and we got the people to know what's good about doing it. So we asked them, and they agreed. And the city, Chelsea, the DPW department helped us with bins. Group of us went and got the bins. Inio had his truck.
Yes.
Remember that? And we distributed them to the people that wanted the recycling.
How do you, well, I think some of these questions are going to be referring to Mike, you know, who's done a great job
Okay,
and
yeah.
showing the people. And we got to talk about how people recycle. How can you get bins still? Can you?
Yes.
Yes.
Bueno, básicamente el grupo acaba de comentar que en el comienzo se afiliaron con el Departamento de Trabajos Públicos y mientras estaban educando a las personas también les estaban proveyendo con un recipiente para reciclar. Y ahora Duke acaba de comentar que Mike Sandoval, la persona que va a hablar pronto, va a poder elaborar, pero él preguntó si las personas todavía pueden conseguir recipientes de reciclaje y la respuesta fue sí del grupo.
Yeah, to get back to your question, yes, anybody who wants to recycle, they can go to City Hall, give their address, name, and they can get a recycle bin from there. And going back to the recycling, when we started, we had a pilot program on 3 streets, Marlboro, Grove, Library, and like she was saying, we went door knocking and asking people their names and phone numbers. So 'cause sometimes we used to meet people on the street, ask them if they need a recycle bin.
Yeah.
Because we want to get that rate of recycling, you know, bringing that up. And that's why we got a lot of people to recycle, and you probably see now in the city, the rate is very, very high.
Yeah. Well, oh, I'm sorry.
El concejal Enio López acaba de comentar que es lo único que tienen que hacer las personas para recibir un recipiente para reciclar es ir a la ciudad y proveer su nombre y su dirección, y ellos podrán recibir un recipiente para reciclar. Y él comentó de cómo al comienzo estaban conociendo a personas y ellos querían incrementar el número de personas que reciclaban en la ciudad, y ahora por sus esfuerzos han visto que el número ha incrementado.
Okay, you guys want to say something else in regards to your projects? We've got a lot of guests here tonight from so we're going to kind of bring you in on shifts. And a lot of these things, we know we've had Mike before. Mike had a great demonstration on what stuff you can recycle, and it's very interesting. It's amazing some of the things that you didn't think that's recyclable. And, and it was very interesting that evening. So I want to thank Terry. I want to thank Ennio. I want to bring you back in a little while, all right? Welcome back. I got 2 very special guests tonight, the well-known guests around the city. We got from the City Hall is Mike Sandoval. Mike, welcome.
Thank you.
And Henry Lewis. Henry, nice to see you.
Henry Lewis?
Oh, what did I say?
Henry Wilson.
Henry Wilson, Henry.
It's all right,
I'm so popular.
It's your
All right,
show.
it's good to have you guys. So now let's pick up with Mike. Talk about some of the things with CET that you guys do. And
Well, in 2014 and 2015, we started a program called Chelsea Shine.
yeah, what is that?
Básicamente, Duke acaba de preguntar qué es lo que hace el CET, y Wilson acaba de comentar que hacen un proyecto que se llama Chelsea Brilla.
And with Chelsea Shine, where that started was to find some areas, streets in our city, Bellingham Square, Shirtlift, Grove, and Willow Street, that needed some attention to be taken care of. So we decided to clean up those streets, and Shirtlift Street and others on the weekly basis. Every Saturday morning or so we get together, we start cleaning the streets up. And that was one part of our Chelsea Shine startup. Then we started doing 2014. We also went to different houses in this district, in this area, giving out Christmas wreath on people's homes for the holiday season.
Really?
And then for the last 2 years, we started doing a planting in the garden at Boston Park. We supply all the plants and the plant needs and stuff, the pots and the soil and everything. And people come to the park and they make a plant, and they can bring it to their home and leave it inside or outside their house.
Henry, where do you find the time? You're every place. You do everything in this city. I tell you, you're such an activist in this city. Really should be commended.
Thank you.
Básicamente, Duke acaba de
Jose, me and Jose are having a little problem. This is our first time, so.
Duke acaba de complementar a Henry Wilson por su trabajo en la comunidad, le está haciendo de todo. Y Henry comentó que Chelsea Brilla, básicamente en el 2014 y en el 2015, el grupo se reunía generalmente los sábados a limpiar diferentes áreas en la comunidad que necesitaban atención, y también durante la época de las fiestas ellos daban coronas a ciertos hogares en la comunidad. Y básicamente también durante una gran fiesta ellos dan flores para que las personas puedan llevárselos a sus hogares o plantarlos afuera y embellecer la comunidad.
Yeah. And for your question, how do I have the time?
Yes.
It's a dip in, dip out conversation. You go everywhere, you dip in for a minute or so, you do what you have to do, you line yourself up for the next
Well,
location.
you do an awful lot for the city, Henry. You really do.
Thank you.
Y básicamente Henry acaba de comentar que cómo se involucra tanto. Fue la pregunta que Duke le hizo y él dijo, solo es de hacer un poco y hacer lo que uno puede. Él solo trata de mejorar su comunidad.
Thank you. You know, Chelsea Shine, we started in this area. Now we're moving over to other parts of the city. We have members from the Prattville area and further up the area throughout the city being members. So we are now considering next year to start focusing on those areas in the city as well. So that's many great things we're planning for next
Are
year.
you looking for new members too to help?
Always.
Always?
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you go about that? How do you go about being a member? Come down to one of your meetings?
Come down to one of the meetings, or you on Garish Ave, the third Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Or you also can contact Jose or Sharon at Neighbor Developers. They can give you information as well.
Okay.
Básicamente Henry acaba de comentar que el evento de Chelsea Shines, ellos lo están tratando de expandir a diferentes comunidades en Chelsea, lo están tratando de hacer fuera de solo un vecindario. Entonces, y Duke preguntó, ¿cómo uno puede involucrarse? ¿Están buscando por nuevos miembros? Henry contestó que sí, y lo único que tienen que hacer es ir a una de las juntas que son todos los terceros miércoles del mes a las 6 p.m. en la avenida Garish, y pueden informarse e involucrarse.
Also, I forgot to mention Facebook as well.
Facebook as well?
Yes, we have a Facebook page as
Y
well.
también los pueden visitar en la página de Facebook.
Yeah.
Now to the expert. Michael, tell us about recycling. By the way, Mike does such a great job. Recycling is such a great thing in the city because of what Mike does. I mean, he's around, I see him around the streets, he's checking on things, he's going all day, and he does a great job. The greatest addition to the city is Mike with what he does for how people put out their trash, and it's great. No one used to watch things like that, but Michael, you leave, if you don't have an orange bag or something and it doesn't fit in the barrel, you're in trouble, which is great for the city.
Ahora, Duke acaba de introducir a Mike Sandoval y acaba de complementar su trabajo por la ciudad. Él ha sido una nueva adición a la ciudad, y por sus esfuerzos el reciclaje ha incrementado y siempre lo pueden ver en las calles recogiendo un poco de basura, así que le agradece su trabajo.
Well, Duke, Jose, Henry, thank you for this opportunity. Our commitment to our city, that we all love and live here, we really contribute a lot, is just to give back and give back. I mean, there's no other way around. So our commitment as residents, as stakeholders in the city, is just to continue with the work that we are doing right now, and with that thought that the community needs to better our community, to beautify this. So this is our love and commitment that we have, relentless commitment that we have to our city, is just to continue with the education portion to all the residents in Chelsea, property owners, tenants alike. And as a result of that need that we had back in 2007, I'm a result of this effort, and I got hired by the city thanks to the contribution and effort to Jay Ash that believed in us. We are still part of that effort, that we voice our opinions for that need to create those changes in our city. Back then, we didn't have a task force, if you will, that believed that this was much needed in our city. In 5 years' time, we can see the results.
So were you doing this, I'm sorry, Jose, were you doing this before you got hired for the city? You were with CET?
As a volunteer, yes.
Oh, great.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Jose, go ahead, kid. I'll interpret if you want.
Okay. Básicamente, Mike acaba de comentar de que los esfuerzos de este grupo es solo como una parte del amor que ellos y como la promesa que tienen con la ciudad de mejorarla y embellecerla. Ellos son residentes y tienen que involucrarse. Y él también comentó que por los esfuerzos que él hizo como voluntario en el 2007, él fue reconocido por el liderazgo de la ciudad, que era Jay Ash en ese momento, y fue contratado por los esfuerzos que él hizo en este grupo como un voluntario para mejorar la comunidad. Sí.
How are we doing, Michael, recycling?
When we first started working back in November 14, 2011, it was very little. It was, I would say, probably about, I'm talking about local, throughout the city was probably 2%, 3%.
Really?
So now we are there somewhere in the 18-20%. And we're still looking for ways to improve that number, to make that number better. So I guess for hopefully next 2018, we're going to be having some more bigger receptacles throughout the city.
Yeah, I mean,
to
you
increase.
mentioned that once. Are we going to get those big barrels?
That's the idea. We are doing some work around that, and I guess the city is looking. Our new city manager is looking into ways to come up with the numbers, so every property could have the benefits. With the recycling. I mean, bigger toters. We have done 2 pilots last year, and it's been successful. A lot of people has really they've listened to the message, and they want to contribute, want to have Chelsea beautiful. I think it already is, and we have incremented our recycling percentage. And the way you do it is just trying to find that balance, with the solid waste program. Yes.
Básicamente Duke acaba de preguntar a Mike cómo estamos haciendo con el reciclaje. Y él comentó que en el comienzo, en la incepción, el reciclaje de la ciudad en el 2011 era alrededor de 2 a 3%, pero con el pasar del tiempo incrementado alrededor del 18%, y ellos esperan mejorar esos números para el 2018. Están viendo de formas de mejorar el sistema, proveyendo a los ciudadanos con mejores recipientes más grandes. Y él comentó que en el año pasado ellos hicieron un piloto con este programa, y las personas entendieron y han incrementado el número de reciclajes del piloto, y están esperando mejores resultados para el 2018.
But Mike, you did a presentation once, was terrific, about do you think this is recyclable or this? It was very interesting. A lot of people, I didn't know what's recyclable. Right. So can you just explain a little bit how that goes? I mean, it's bottles, it's cans, or what,
Yeah, so the city of Chelsea has adopted, like any other surrounding communities, as far as what objects or items are recyclable and not. And so it's pretty much across all the communities, surrounding communities in Massachusetts is single stream, which means you don't need plastic bags to contain your items. It's all loose in the barrel. Or we have also recycling stickers that we provide to the residents or property owners, that they can use or adopt. Any regular trash barrel that you have, it could be designated.
Yeah, but it'll be nice with the new ones. They'll have a cover.
That's
right.
Lid. The lid. Yeah. That's right. So the idea is, like the city of Everett, Winthrop, Lane just implemented they adopted a mass program where the barrels for the trash are 64 gallons and the recycling barrels are 96. So that means it's a message they're trying to send. It says, okay, we're going to try to reduce the solid waste and recycle more. So that's the message that we are also trying to adopt here in the city for the new 2018.
Now, do we have to wait for funding to get these barrels?
I guess that's in the works. I think it's foreseeable that will be next year, I think. Yeah.
Básicamente, Duke le preguntó a Mike qué es lo que podemos reciclar, y Mike comentó que alrededor de nuestra área, en Everett y en otras ciudades que están alrededor, ellos han implementado un sistema en el cual no se necesitan bolsas para reciclar, lo pueden poner en los contenedores, y esperamos que en el próximo año la ciudad pueda conseguir fondos para proveer a sus ciudadanos con mejores contenedores, con una cubierta, y que sean más grandes. Y él también comentó del ejemplo de Lynn, que acaba de implementar unos cambios mucho mayores, en los cuales los recipientes para la basura o lo que se va a botar en el basurero y lo que se recicla, hay una gran diferencia. Uno es 64 galones.
64 galones para la basura y 96 galones para el reciclaje.
Y eso es un gran mensaje para las personas, para que sepan que nosotros necesitamos que reciclar más.
So just to go elaborate a little bit more on that is a lot of people ask me the question you were saying is if I don't have a designated recycling toter that other communities have, what can I use? And I know the city provides those 15 gallons of blue, which a lot of people think is not enough. Like I said, again, the recycle has increased, and there's a lot of people really demanding. They really want to see the changes. And like I said, so in the meantime, while we wait for those changes, to provide everyone with a bigger one, we also have stickers that the city provides, and they can designate any regular trash barrel, affix it to the other side of that barrel, and designate it for that. That's also another big plus, especially in the windy, winter, when everything blows. Is a big thing for us to encourage everyone, especially at home, right, to do their part. Just keep Chelsea clean and keep and reduce and I think it's working. In 5 years' time, I think I've seen personally the changes that the city is really going in that direction, and we love it.
Básicamente Mike acaba de comentar que él ha visto muchos grandes cambios en el reciclaje en la ciudad y espera que el programa mejore, pero él quiere recordarle a las personas que aunque no tengan un recipiente de reciclaje, ellos pueden crear su propio recipiente. La ciudad provee unas gomas o stickers, los cuales pueden pegar en cualquier recipiente de contenedor de basura, y ellos pueden crear su propio contenedor de reciclaje y ahí poner sus cosas.
Also,
before I let you go, though,
Yes.
Mike, can we get you back one time and bring in some of the things how
Sure.
the recycling? So,
Absolutely.
I think that was so educational. I
Yeah.
mean, what's recyclable? If I took the test, I think I flunked. I wouldn't know what that was recyclable. You said
Sure.
you tested us and said, "Is that recyclable?"
Sure.
And I said, "Yeah," and you said no. So I want to take the test.
Yeah, we could do that. Like I said, it's always the encouragement to educate and continue with the education portion. And like I said, that's the only thing we could do, and just continue with that thought. And anytime you think we could do that for the benefit of the whole community, we can do that. There's no one.
Because we do a lot of that also during the Boston Park. We have every year the block party. We have a recycle presentation being there.
My special guest now, I got Monica and Sochat, right?
Right.
Did I do that right?
Yes, you did.
All right, welcome to the show, kids.
Thank you.
I'm glad to have you here. So let's, I see you got some props here you want to talk about. This is about the...
This is the sidewalk butler. So Henry had mentioned before our Chelsea Shines cleanup events. During these events, we actually noticed a lot of cigarette butts left on the ground, so people just smoke and throw them on the ground. So we were really concerned about it, and we wanted to see what could be done to help alleviate this problem. So around the same time that we were thinking of this, the city of Boston had actually just installed new cigarette butlers, and Salem actually had a program going for a little while. So we were interested in having something similar for Chelsea.
Básicamente, Duke acaba de comentar que para qué son estos contenedores, y Sochet brevemente comentó que durante los eventos que Henry mencionó, que se llamaban Chelsea V and Chelsea Shines, el grupo reconoció que habían bastantes filtros de cigarrillos en la acera, y durante este tiempo el grupo comenzó a explorar qué podían hacer, y Boston había implementado una medida con estos contenedores, y también Salem ya lo había tenido por algún tiempo, y ellos creyeron que iba a poder funcionar aquí en nuestra comunidad de Chelsea.
Okay, so how does this work?
So it's very simple. The hole on top, when you're done smoking, you just throw your cigarette right in the butler.
Yeah. Okay, and then how do you retrieve it?
There is a key. Oh, there's actually a tube that comes down, which unfortunately we don't have the tube. But it's a cylinder that you don't even need to put out your cigarettes before you throw them in there. You just finish smoking and throw them in there.
Okay.
And then the way the system works is with oxygen deprivation, it puts a cigarette out for you.
And do we have these in the city now?
We have them in the city now. There's 5. This is unfortunately one of the 5. The straps, I guess, for it broke. So we have one next to City Hall in the plaza. We have one across from City Hall near where the monument is, next to the benches and the bus stops.
Bunker
and then
Hill,
we have
by there?
we have one by Bunker Hill, and then we have one in front of Tedeschi's. And this one used to be located under the gazebo across from Bunker Hill.
Básicamente Duke acaba de preguntarle al grupo de que
That's mine.
cómo esto funciona. Y básicamente Sushel comentó que las personas ponen los filtros de los cigarrillos aquí, ni siquiera los tienen que apagar. Cuando uno lo pone aquí por la depravación del oxígeno, el cigarrillo se apaga. Y básicamente cuando se llena, las personas lo sacan y lo reciclan. Y hay diferentes contenedores, hay 5 en total. Este es uno de los 5. Y todos están localizados cerca de la plaza de Bellingham Square, ahí por el reloj.
Now, how often are these collected? Now?
Monica can probably answer that.
So we tried collecting them once every 2 weeks. We've had a little trial where we went once a week, and not a lot of it was like filled up. So we ended up doing it, I think, once every 2 weeks, and it might have changed since me and Terry were part of that little program. But I know 5 of us are the ones that have a key, and we all like take turns, and we usually bring the butts back in, and we have this huge container where later we're going to ship them out. And I think Sachet could tell you a little bit more of that program.
So when Monica mentioned shipping them out, we found this company called TerraCycles, and what they actually do is they will recycle the cigarette butts. So Mike can tell you that cigarettes are not recyclable. Anybody would not think that cigarettes are recyclable, but TerraCycles, they specialize in recycling things that you wouldn't think you'd be able to recycle. So we were really interested in that because it aligns with our CET goals, which is promoting recycling. So in addition to them recycling the cigarette butts, they actually help us by donating $1 per pound to CET, and then they also donate an additional $1 per pound to a national nonprofit.
Básicamente Duke preguntó, ¿y con qué frecuencia se colectan los cigarrillos? Y el grupo mencionó que hay 5 personas en el grupo que tienen una llave para recoger los cigarrillos, y generalmente lo comenzaron haciendo una vez a la semana, pero lo han cambiado a 2 veces por semana. Y Sachet mencionó que la razón por la cual continúan haciendo esto es por el enfoque de reciclaje, y Mike podría mencionar que los filtros de los cigarrillos no son reciclables por medios normales, pero ellos encontraron una compañía que se llama TerraCycle, que ellos reciclan cosas que no generalmente se reciclan, y por libra que se envían de los cigarrillos de esta compañía, $1 va a una agencia sin fines de lucro nacional, pero también $1 regresa al grupo.
Now, tell me, so now you seem to be localized in one area around Bellingham
Yes.
Square. Are your plans for the future to spread out in the city, or
Yes.
that's the most densely populated, or?
We started with Bellingham Square because we saw that that's where most of the cigarette litter was, but we do hope to expand out into the rest of the city. The 5 that we have now actually were purchased by the city with the support of Tom Ambrosino.
So he wants to see the results
So
before he
he-
gets into it, you know?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of both. We want to see how well it does,
So fill 'em up, fill 'em
right?
up. We need
That's what we're
more.
here for.
Yeah.
So we're hoping also that local businesses maybe would help maybe sponsor cigarette butlers, and we would install them maybe with their names on it or their logos throughout the city.
Are they within reach, you know, on the poles
Yes.
that
Yeah.
when they were fixed to the pole?
Yes.
But then again, that's twofold, right? I mean, some of them can get at them too if
Right.
they want to do damage.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so if we'd want to have them up a little higher, but then again, they can't get their butts in there.
Yeah, so the cigarette butlers were installed by the creator of the items. So he's from Maine, and he actually came down from Maine to install those for us, and we did ask him about that. And he recommended the height that would be like accessible to a lot of people. And he also has installed so many that he just kind of said, this is what I recommend, and we just went with what he said, which is within like what would be ideal for somebody having the motion of putting the cigarette
I'm
butts
sorry.
in there.
Básicamente ahora el grupo, tú preguntó, ¿se han centralizado en la área de Bellingham Square? ¿Están planeando en expandir? Y la respuesta del grupo fue que sí. Ellos están buscando otros lugares donde podrían ponerlos, pero estos fueron comprados por la ciudad con la ayuda y el liderazgo de Tom Ambrosino. Pero ellos también piensan que negocios locales pueden patrocinar estos recipientes que se llaman sidewalk butlers o mayordomos de la calle. Y él preguntó acerca de la altura a los cuales son instalados, y Sochet mencionó que la persona que los creó vino a instalarlos desde Maine, y él recomendó esa altura porque es fácil para la mayoría de personas y accesible.
We were one of the only cities, I mean, you mentioned Salem.
There's several cities that I know that countrywide that participate in this TerraCycle program. Salem is one of them. They actually have several of these installed, or cigarette receptacles installed. They have a whole department dedicated to these, I think. They might be interns, but they have a lot installed in Salem. And we actually relied on Salem for information about how their program was working and how they elect their receptacles. So Salem was a great help in getting this started.
Duke acaba de preguntar al grupo que esto es un programa que hay en diferentes ciudades, y Sochet comentó que programas similares son alrededor de la nación, y que mientras nosotros estamos explorando qué recipientes usar y cómo usar TerraCycle, que lo usan muchos ciudades alrededor del país, Salem fue una gran ayuda, y en Salem tienen muchos de estos, y probablemente tienen un departamento por sí mismos que probablemente personas sin paga trabajan, pero sí, ellos fueron instrumentales para este proceso.
What are some of the future projects for CET?
One of the things that we want to do in 2017, one thing definitely focusing on the butler, we want to advertise and educate our city folks to use them, because a lot of time they'll skip by or they're like, what is this? So we definitely want to maybe make advertisements, maybe like.
Well, that's why we wanted you on here tonight.
Exactly,
That's why
and
we
through
invited
here
you
as
guys.
well.
I mean, you have a meeting, but
Yeah.
you have to get it out to the people.
Yeah,
This is one
exactly.
of the best vehicles to do it. So.
Yeah, and so for any viewers as well, if you guys have any suggestions of how to advertise our butler, or if you guys want it to be part of this program, we have, I'm not sure if you could read my sign, but
This will be on.
it'll be on, okay. So we meet every third Wednesday, and our address is 5961 Garish Ave, and we meet from 6 to 8 p.m. And we also have a Facebook page, which is facebook.com Chelsea CET, and our email as well that will be up.
And that's the Terrace Community Room?
Yeah, it's the community room.
Garish Ave.
Yep. And in 2017, we also want to, so we do a lot of Chelsea Shine events, which we clean up different sections of Chelsea. And in 2016 with the group, we focus on 3 main spots, and we've been going there over and over again, where they are Willow Street, Bellingham Hill, and Highland Subs. And in 2017, we want to encourage different residents to join us and also give us suggestions of where you want to see us come into your neighborhood. Like maybe you want to go up to Beacon Street or Franklin Ave, different districts. And so any suggestions would be awesome, and it would be awesome to see you guys there as well, helping out and cleaning up your streets as well. And should I stop or for translation? I could keep going.
He was doing it the other night too. At the collaborative.
Bueno, básicamente, Mónica
He's on vacation, by the way. Thank you for coming.
Básicamente, Mónica comentó que un gran enfoque para el 2017 del grupo es educar a las personas acerca de cómo se pueden usar los mayordomos de la calle o sidewalk butlers, y entonces ella recomendó a las personas que por favor les informen si tienen alguna idea de cómo pueden decirle o comentar o distribuir la información a las personas. Y ella mencionó que las personas están invitadas a las juntas que pasan cada tercer miércoles del mes a las 6 de la noche en la dirección 5961 de la Garish Avenue. También lo pueden visitar en la página en la web de Facebook, es www.facebook.com/ChelseaCET, o también pueden mandar un correo electrónico a chelseacet@gmail.com. También otro enfoque es de buscar diferentes áreas donde
Did you say all these things that he said?
It's important, yeah.
También informó que el grupo en el 2016 se enfocaron en 3 áreas, pero ahora están buscando otras áreas, así que si tienen alguna idea, por favor, menciónenselo a ella. y sería fantástico si ustedes pueden salir a limpiar con ellos.
Did you add something to this, huh?
No. And the last thing I just wanted to say, don't be afraid to reach out to us, because at the end of the day, we all live in Chelsea, and we all should take pride of Chelsea. And if you could help out to clean, everybody wants a really nice street to live on and nice neighborhood to float about with other cities. So join us.
That's great. I want to thank you for coming in. Once again, I want to tell you, this is a great organization, and you should, if you got the time, to get involved with them. It's the third Thursday
Every
of the
third
month?
Wednesday.
142 Garrish Ave?
No,
sorry.
5161.
Well, I'm showed up at the wrong place.
59.
No wonder I didn't make it. But anyways, this is a
Yeah.
great organization, and we're going to take a break, and we're going to bring the whole staff in, and I want you to see who these people are who do this great job. So I'll have my main man, Henry Wilson, when you get the crew in here, and we're going to take a few-minute break. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Good job, kids.
Thank
Nice job.
you. Thank you for having us.
Sorry.
Did you say all those things?
I know. Well,
Come on in,
because
everyone.
I'm like, they'll have it.
Stay here, stay here, stay here.
Oh, sorry.
You're wired for some.
I got
Don't
the plant,
be
I got
knocking
the
my
plant.
plants over.
Oh, they're fake.
Get in here. Everybody
They're
get.
fake.
I think I omitted something.
Oh, they are. They
I'll
are.
tell you what, Sharon, you can close it. And, anybody want to add something that you think that you're.
Show Michael's shirt.
Yeah.
Where's everyone
You're going to
else?
close? All right. Anybody think that they missed anything? I think Michael's going to. All right. Get a picture of this crew. My main man, Henny. All right.
Say something.
Good job, Jose.
Sorry.
Email.
You guys do all the work.
Go ahead, Michael. Oh, you're not. Oh, don't go yet, Michael.
Don't go.
Now, she didn't say that many words that you said. You added something.
I
to that.
definitely
Well, the word
omitted.
street is calle, so calle.
Okay.
Bring it out.
I actually omitted.
All right,
things.
Michael, it's going to be. I'll say we're back.
Just, you're gonna say we're back,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna introduce the crowd.
I'm not introducing. By name?
No.
Oh.
CET group.
What a test that would be.
Community Enhancement Group. Oh, good, you have that hole open.
All right, so
You want to hold
it'll be
this?
you.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he's the treasurer.
We fooled around with that prop, didn't we?
You
Yep.
go here, then I'm gonna take this shot, and then you.
We're going to close with Michael, too.
It's gonna close, but that's his camera.
Yeah.
That will be your camera.
camera.
Okay, that's your
That's
camera.
where you live.
All of y'all gonna be in this camera.
Okay, so we're looking there.
So look at this camera, everybody,
Okay,
okay?
all right.
So stand by, so I can switch the cameras.
Oh, y'all, he know his country. It's all good.
You moved on me.
I'm out of it? Huh? I moved?
I didn't see it.
You pushed my chair?
Maybe. I don't know.
I think
All right,
Harry
stand
will
by
be
now.
here.
Yeah, you hugged me.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
knocked me out of the
Told you love.
Stand by.
Okay.
All right. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. This is the crew here I talked to you about. It's a great organization, so take a good look at these beautiful people. Now, we're going to turn it over to you, Michael. You got something to say, please?
Yes,
Close
I
the
just
show.
wanted to.
Oh, excuse me one second, Mike. We forgot Sharon.
Hi.
Sharon Fosbury?
Sharon Fosbury from the Neighborhood Developers.
Yes, and she's really the organizer, right? Can we call you the director?
I'm a facilitator. of this
Facilitator.
group. I'm a
that's a nice name.
facilitator, but it's their group.
All
and
right,
I
go,
just
wait a
help.
time out. Get it there.
Básicamente, Duke acaba de introducir a Sharon Fosbury de la compañía de Neighborhood Developers y ella es la facilitadora del grupo.
Michael?
Yeah, I just wanted to add on to our conversation that we were having about adopt a spot that we are continuing to work and continue to invite the residents to this new 2017. Anyone would like to come and help us, help us to contribute and clean up Chelsea, adopt a spot, beautify Chelsea. We have some sites here around the city that we are in need of adopting and more residents to come and join us. One of the perfect examples that we did was this 2016 was at the end of Grove, Marlborough, and Willow, where we adopted a spot. It started back on Earth Day, was April, and we planted about 33 sunflowers there, and has made a lot of great changes, positive changes. We got residents around that area. Ellen is one of them. Bill, right the corner. So they're very grateful for all of us to come and help them. They were waiting a long, long time for that change to happen.
Mike solo quiere recordar a las personas que por favor involúcrense y especialmente en el programa que ellos tienen que se llama Adoptar un Espacio. Este año ellos se enfocaron desde el comienzo del Día de la Tierra a final de la Grove, de la Marlboro y de la Willow, en un pedacito de tierra en el cual ellos sembraron 33 flores de sol, sunflowers.
Girasoles.
Girasoles, ahí está, muchas gracias. Y personas de la comunidad se involucraron y yo les quería agradecerles también.
So Ellen gave us a evergreen from her house, and we moved it to that site there, just around the guardrails on Willow. I'm sure a lot of people in this sector 4 can, every people that drive through Marlborough Street, at the end where Willow and Marlborough meets, you can see the difference that a lot of us have made, and it was the much needed space. There was a lot of dumping, if you will, and so we have come together to adopt it, and we asked our city manager for us to do it, and has made a great example of that effort.
Once again, how can you people be reached? Because we want to put it on the screen.
We always walking around the city. All of us.
Well, I want to say that if you have any questions after you watch the show, you can call us here, call me, and then we're going to have them back if they're willing to come back. And then if we have some questions that you'd like to have them answer, that'd be great because this is a great project and we want your input. And if it's through this vehicle of TV, fine, call us anytime and just say, I've got a question, I watched the show. We'll get it to them, they'll come back and they'll answer your question. But we're looking for suggestions, we're looking for things, how you think we should beautify the city, how we can get engaged and do things to make it a beautiful city. You know, it's our city, that's where we live. So we want it to be beautiful, we want to be proud of it. And these are the people that are leading the charge on it. So we need more, but we need input. What do you think the city needs? And these people have the answers. I don't have them right now, but these guys, they certainly will. Send the questions to me. We'll call them back, and hopefully they'll come back, and we'll take it from there. All right?
First lady.
Okay. Básicamente,
I'm going to learn Spanish by the next meeting,
básicamente,
okay?
Duke les invita a todos que en el dado caso de que ustedes quieran contactarse o tienen alguna sugerencia, por favor no hesiten en llamarle aquí a la estación, porque verdaderamente necesitamos sugerencias y formas de involucrarlo, así que por favor contáctenlo y ellos le darán la información al grupo.
This is Duke Bradley. I want to thank my technical director, Ricky Velez, for doing a great job as usual. This is Duke Bradley signing off for these wonderful people. Good evening.